Hi everyone, welcome to Boxing with TT. And I was supposed to have cut this hair down video yesterday, but the other phone was not, it didn't do nothing, it wasn't giving, okay? So welcome back to Boxing with TT. Thank you for the viewers, the subscribers. Thank you for just being there to support me. So as y'all see, I am back with a whole brand new color because the orange definitely was fading out. It wasn't even the orange, it was the blonde that was fading out. It was just doing too dang much. So my hair is definitely still wet, but this is yesterday's outcome after I redid it. So today I'm just going to retwist it, but I wanted to talk about the Dear Mama part 5, the last review. For me, it was kind of emotional because I remember, I remember hearing when he passed away. I remember when they talked about him and Big dying. Like, we was in elementary school when this happened, and I didn't know. I told y'all, like, I cried. Like, I cried like he was my friend type of situation. And so the part 5 really goes into how and what happened during his, in the midst of him passing away. Everything to how long they was waiting, him fighting to stay alive, and it was just really, really, really just the final moments of his life. And then we soon found out that his mom passes away as well, and how lonely and how hurt and how I'm not going to say depressed, but she wanted her baby, and rightfully so, right? That's her baby to the world. He's Tupac, but to Miss Shakur, that's her son, and then to Glow, that's her nephew. So I'm not going to get into the speculations and none of that. That's not what I'm going to do. But this won't be just a Tupac whole review because, like I said, it's real. It was really emotional. It was just basically based off of the night that he got murdered and what the family felt and what they was going through, and his friends and Snoop saying that it hurted him and he was crying, and the music that was made, the I Ain't Mad at You type of music, it was like he knew. Sorry, my hair just got like straddled up in my comb, as y'all could, yeah. There you go. So they were saying that he knew, like he was before his time, so he would make music and just like I don't know, like, I don't want to say he manifested. I think he just prepared to, because like he stated before, he felt as though he was, that they was trying to murder him, because remember he had got shot, he had got pow the 5 times prior, right? And then the officer that was there for that scene was also there for the R scene. So yeah, I told y'all he was paranoid. Like, I told y'all he was paranoid. So it's like, yeah, he probably did get himself prepared. He probably wasn't wishing it or saying it like on himself, but I think he was in himself prepared. But then they also were saying in the doc that like his attitude that day was like kind of weird, and it was alleged that Suge had told him not to put on his bulletproof vest that he always put on, and Suge was like, no, you don't have to put it on, you don't have to put it on. And my whole thing is if you always put it on, I don't care who said don't put it on. If you always put it on, if that's how you feel protected, I believe he should have put it on. But I don't know if Suge knew what was going to take place that night. You feel me? Like, I don't think he was telling him to take it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what's the odds of the same night that you tell him not to wear his vest, he see the same cat that robbed his homie, and Mike Tyson unlocked this nigga out, so the adrenaline is all over the place. And then one coinky thing, the same nigga that robbed my homies is in the same place. He is in the same establishment that I'm in. That's weird. Like, that is weird. I mean, they did go to see the Holyfield fight, but that's still. And then the same night that I don't wear it, that's the night that I get murdered. Like, and then Snoop said that kind of bothered him because they wasn't like really speaking at that time. Like, it was something going on between Snoop. Well, not between Snoop. It was something allegedly going on between Suge and Pac against Snoop, and it might have been because Snoop had stated that he had no problem with Bad Boy Records. But Snoop, in Snoop's defense, I have children. I have somebody. I don't know if him and his wife was married at that time, but I have children. I have a wife. I have someone to be there for. I'm not about to be ruthless and wreck. Like, Pac just was living like he just didn't care, and Snoop did it. Snoop cared. He had other things that he had to do. He still had a mama. He still had a wife. I mean, I don't know if that was his wife at that time, but his long-term girlfriend. He had things that he wanted to do, and he just didn't want to get involved with the street nonsense, especially when you already was facing murder. The murder charge from when one of the guys that he was associated with, I forgot exactly how it went, but he was associated with a murder of someone. Okay, I forget exactly whom it was, but yeah. So he was already. I'm not getting caught back up in the midst of this. I just got out of this. Like, I just got acquitted not too long ago type of attitude. Like, yeah, I love you. You my brother. We homies. That's messed up. But I don't have I don't know. But I get it. Like I say, like, if my sisters don't like you, then I don't like you neither type of scenario. Especially if you tried to, or if my sisters think, or my brothers think, or the homeboys think that I was the one who tried to murder you. Like, because that was what Pac felt. Pac felt as though that Big and Sean allegedly had something to do with him being taken out. So Pac felt as though Big Pac, Snoop, you being my bro, what is you doing? Someone you don't got no beef with them. Yes, you do. You do got beef with them. What you talking about? But Snoop was like, no, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get involved with that. I'm not going to get involved with that, and you're not going to make me. And I think that's what made Pac kind of look at Snoop a little funny, was that part right there. I think that's why he was so cold to him. This is what Snoop is saying. Snoop is like on some junk. Like, he felt like kind of weird, like kind of funny around them, pretty much, basically. Because it was like it wasn't like how their relationship first was. Like, they became to be like best friends type of scenario. And after he said what he said on the radio station, honey, Snoop Pac was like, so you riding with them? Okay. But they said that Pac was just wilding. Allegedly, Pac was just wilding, and he just was living as if he didn't care. And I could probably understand that reason, because when you go through so much in life, sometimes you don't care. Sometimes you really, really don't care about the consequences or the repercussions. I don't think he was thinking smart that day. Like, okay, so pause real quick. So you see this lock right here, like a little baby lock, right? Well, so I have a lot of these in my hair on purpose. These are, as you see, the strand where it starts at, right here. They was getting thin, and like my hair was trying to break on them parts. So instead of letting it break, I just decided to comb them out and retwist some. So it's a lot of my locks that's like that, because I didn't want to. I'm not cutting my hair again. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm not going to keep taking my hair out, and I'm not going to keep cutting my hair again. So we'll talk about my hair journey in a minute, okay? But let's finish this video, cause y'all gonna sit here and we gonna do my hair today. Get it calm. We gonna do my hair. But yeah. So it just. But they were saying that his mom, Miss Afeni, was like, go, basically put your head up type of scenario. And he was upset about not being on good terms. Like, you never know. This is why I don't hold grudges against no freaking body. I don't trip off of really nothing nobody did to me in the past. Like, because you just never, especially if we was close as heck. Like, if you met my mom, my dad, baby, I'm going to hold on to you for the rest of my life. Especially being that they're not here anymore. I'm definitely going to hold on to you for the rest of my life, because you just never know. Like, I don't let grudges get the best of me, because you just never freaking know when your homegirl, your homeboy going to leave this earth. Like, you just never know. I never want one of my right hand, my sisters, my brothers to be feeling some kind of way towards me, and God forbid something like this takes place, and can't nobody say nothing to each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they said that he was on machines and everything, and this is how they knew it was different. Allegedly, this is what the cousin said. The cousin said when she came in there and she seen him on them ventilators, she knew it was going to be different. She knew it wasn't going to be like the previous time with the first attack. And cousin was right. Cousin was right. It wasn't like the first time. This time, he was pow in different places that would, even if he would survive, he wouldn't probably be the same again. He probably wouldn't be the same again. As far it's alleged that it was he got a wound punctured, and with one left lung, what can you, like, some people just don't want to live like that. They just don't want to live like that. And to us to say, like, oh, they didn't have to, his body, allegedly, his body kept rejecting anything else that the doctors was trying to do to him. So when they would take him off and they would try to let him breathe on his own and let him and give him something else, or try to help out, but any other kind of way, it wasn't him, it was his body that was just like, I don't want it. I don't want it. So I don't think it was him that was ready to leave. It was time for him to go. It was time for him to go. And people have to realize, it's easy for us to be like, I wish they were still here. I wish they were still here. But do you really understand the pain that a person is going through when they're suffering? Do you? And I only ask that question because I know what it's like to have to make that decision on pulling the plug. I'm going to open up to y'all just a little bit. And then we're going to move on to a light subject. But basically, that's what that part 5 was about. It was all about Pac, the last days of Pac, and about how Mrs. Shakur took it, and about how Glow continued to move forward with her life, not having her nephew and her sister. But my father was murdered, okay? My daddy was murdered when I was 17 years old. No one knows how it affects the family member, especially a death alone affects your family, right? God forbid, somebody's sick and they pass away because they're sick. Okay, they're sick. There's nothing no one can do about it. But when somebody is murdered, baby, that thing hit different. My family has lost 2 people due to gun violence. Okay? The rest of my family members were sick. Okay. No one knows. My dad, he wasn't on he didn't even have time to get his life saved. The EMTs at his job took 18 hours. According to my aunt, if the EMTs would have came on time, our father would still be here. And I'll say our father because it's not just me. I'm not the only kid. So, it's 5 of us in total. So, being that the EMTs took 1,500 years, that was why my dad didn't make it, okay? With my mom passed away from AIDS. We don't have, me, my sister, and my brother are fine. She didn't catch it during, with my dad. She caught it with someone else. But my siblings are fine, okay? My mother didn't have AIDS with me and my brother. I don't know when she got it or nothing like that, but it wasn't with my dad or around the time that she was seeing my dad or nothing like that. Trust me, I get the test done, okay? But when my mom started getting sick, she came to me and she told me, I seen my dad before, the day of. That was the last time I seen my father. The day of him telling me that I'll see you later. And that same day, I got the phone call that he had got murdered. Well, that he wasn't there. I didn't even get a phone call. My sister, my aunt, and my cousin came, and I just knew something wasn't right. And I knew something wasn't right with him because his attitude was real dark that day. It was real, they better have my money. And I just kept asking him, who, and he was like, don't worry about it, they just better have my motherfucking money. Okay. So his attitude was real, something that I've never seen my dad do before. No, I never heard him saying stuff like that before. So I don't know what happened, what took place. But that attitude was definitely shifted that day. And then that same night, that's when I was told that my dad was murdered. Okay. Well, he was shot. Sorry. Okay. Now, my mom, she pre-warned me 3 months prior. She said, baby, I'm kind of low-key opening up to y'all for real. She said, baby, I got 3 months left to live. I went outside in the snow with no coat, and that's all I kept playing in my head was that I got 3 months left to live. It was a lot of in and out of the hospitals. I didn't know why. I was like 16. I was 16, going on 17. My birthday was in December. I didn't know why, what she was talking about. It was a secret until she had to go to a facility. And then from the facility, I still didn't know what was going on. from the facility. She went to the hospital, and my grandmother called and said, you have to pull the plug on your mom. I'm not pulling the plug on my mother. No, I can't do that. But I did see her. And when I went in there, she couldn't talk. The AIDS spread it through her body. She looked it like a skeleton, a former shell of herself. My mother was a thick woman. She took care of herself. And I think she gave up towards her final 3 months. I just think she didn't want to fight anymore. She, if I'm not mistaken, she relapsed prior to her demise. I think she just quit. She didn't want to fight anymore. She was tired. And she had depression as well. Now that I know. Now my mommy also had depression. But we went inside. Because on my birthday, I found her laying in her bed, not doing well. I called my dad, and my dad came to the house, and he told me to go to school, but I didn't. I waited for him to come, and on my birthday, she got admitted to the hospital. That was my sweet 16th birthday. Yeah, so I'm not gonna cry. So as the time went on, I just thought she was going to be okay. I didn't know how serious it was, but when that day did come, I told her that I loved her, and I kissed her. And all she could do was just look at me. And that was when I found out that she had AIDS. And I still give my mother a kiss because that's my mother. So what? I don't care about none of that right there. But when a person, so I tell y'all I told y'all these two stories because it's not even a story, it's real life. I'm telling y'all this real life shit because no one knows the trauma that the people that's going through it goes through. And when you murder someone or when you take someone's life from them, you don't know the devastation that you cause to the family. My mother was a firecracker. She was a firecracker. She was a free will. She lived freely in spirit. My mommy did what she wanted, basically. But I don't think the AIDS killed her. I think the depression killed her. I do. Yeah, I don't know depression. It does. And I think that's what happened. Because we know a couple of people that has HIV because in order for you to catch AIDS, you have to have HIV first. And if you don't take care of yourself, that's how you get AIDS. It just doesn't come in as you got AIDS. No, it's not like that. It has to procrastinate. So for a long time, my mother did take care of herself. But like I said, she got depressed. She probably didn't want to continue to have to see doctors for the rest of her life. But I couldn't take her off the machine because I thought that that'd be like me killing her. But I didn't want her to suffer anymore neither. Because I know what she went through. I lived with her once she was released from jail. I moved in with my mother. So I knew what she was going through. I knew the pain that my mother was facing, dealing with. I know. So for me, it was just like, that's my mother, but I understand. I'm not saying she gave up, but I don't know. But I'm just saying I understand what it's like to be the family of a health issue that's the only reason why your loved one is still here because of the machine. And I also understand how it feels to lose a loved one due to gunplay. Okay, and neither one of them. And I also know how it feels to lose a loved one because of just a regular natural cause or regular health issue, some cancer, especially cancer. Yeah, that's kind of big in my family. So it just sucks that, you know, he wasn't finished with his life. He still had things that he wanted to do. And usually that happens when you're just getting your foot through the door. Death come knocking for you, baby. Because you think that you're not finished, but you're done. So yeah, we're gonna, sorry y'all. I just understand what his family was going through. And I understand why people be like, oh, we be so selfish when we want, because Pop said it. He was like, yo, you're being selfish when you want, your loved one to still stay. But when they go through so much, it's like, just let them go. And Afeni was one of them where she was just like, I just want my baby back type thing, which I understand both sides. My dad, I was super selfish when my dad went. Because my dad, I didn't see the pain that my dad was in. I don't know if my dad was in any pain. I don't know if this man ever went to the doctors. I don't know. The most I seen this man do was catch a cough. And that would be once in a blue moon. Literally, once in a blue moon. Don't know this man to go to the doctor. None of that. But he took care of himself, though. Very good care of himself. What's this? Okay. My mother, she took care of herself and stayed in the doctor. Prior to that right there, I never knew my mother to be sick neither. If she did catch a cold, she'll take care of that real quick with that nasty BC powder. Yeah, I hated it. That's why I made that face. I hated that dang horn thing so much. It's nasty. It's torture. Don't give your child that BC powder. That is a punishment. But yeah, it's just, like I said, I understand. I understand what Mom felt for her wanting Pac, his family, and then I understood and then I understand how it feels to be not trying to be understanding to why they had to leave. And that's why I always think about like how they passed away. I'd be like, well, at least it's like there's no more pain. Like I said, I don't know if my father was in any pain. I don't know of any medical conditions that my dad was in, because my dad never spoke about it. And as far as what we know, he was fine. My dad was healthy as an ox, as far as we know. As far as I know, let me say that, because some people might know some stuff that I don't know. My mother, she would catch colds and stuff like that. So, but it doesn't erase the hurt, pretty much. It doesn't. I mean, okay, I'm going to get off the subject because it's like I could stay on it for hours, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so that was that review for the Pac movie. It spoke about his life towards the end. A lot of people might be able to relate to losing a loved one, especially when it comes down to being murdered. Mrs. Glow has to continue on living the legacy for her aunt, her sister and her son and her uncle, because Mrs. Afeni is no longer with us as well. So Mrs. Glow has decided that that she is going to put it out there on what it is because her sister wanted her to. Nobody asked her to. This is what her sister wanted her to do. Okay? So she's not trying to clout or nothing like that. This is something that she said that her sister wanted. She said that her sister wanted the story to be out there. And so Mrs. Glow put it out there for the world to see. So that was I gave a little bit of background of my situation because, like I said, I understood both sides of the parties. I understood losing, and I understand being able to let go of two different situations. Okay, so yeah, but on a lighter note, okay, on a lighter freaking note, as y'all see, okay, my lock journey started 2005. Because I had every hairstyle that Jersey had to offer except for locks. Lauryn Hill was the first person that I seen with locks, and then Bob Marley, and then Lil Wayne took over. And I was like, I never had that in my hair before. I was like, I wonder what that would do to my hair. Will it make, because my hair was real ignorant. My hair would not grow on anything. So I'm like, I wonder if my hair would grow if I put them in my hair. And I went in the bathroom and I parted my hair. I put some gel in it. And I took my finger and all I did was twist it, like how you would twist your hair. And I fell in love with it. It's like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop retwisting my hair. And then before I knew it, my hair was twisted. I had mature locks. And I left them in. And from then, 2005, I was a dreadhead. And then I took them out a little bit later down the line. As long as they was getting the energy in my circle was shifting. I actually started my locks after I lost my parents. Yeah, I just realized that I lost. Yeah, I did. I literally just realized that like just now. Wow, that's crazy. But the more my locks grew, the shift around my circle was kind of weird. A lot of my family, not a lot of my family, but a lot of my boys, my homies was getting in trouble. And I didn't know when was the next time that it was going to be me. And like I said, the energy was just weird. As the more my locks grew, it was just a weird energy. So I took them out. And then I moved from where I was at, and then I'll be put them back in my hair again. And I cut my hair when I took it out. And then when I had cut my hair, the boyfriend at the time of mine was locked up, and then my hair started falling out. That's what made me cut my hair. My hair started falling out, so I cut my hair. And then I went through the Keisha Cole curly phrase. Y'all remember when Keisha Cole had that perm? Y'all went through that little phase real quick. Everything that, my thing was, if I was going to have my hair out, I wanted to try everything that I didn't do before I decide to do anything else, right? So I didn't know if I was going back to the locks or not. I just knew that I wanted to just try everything while my hair was loose, right? So I did the Keisha Cole thing, and then I just let it grow, and then the lace fronts came out, and then we tried the lace fronts for a little bit, and then I was like, I want my locks, and I put my locks back in my hair. I never went to a shop. I don't know what that means. I ain't never let a shop person lock my hair before. Yeah, I don't know what that means right there. I'm going to take these clips out my hair, and I'm going to put my rubber bands in my hair because, excuse me, I don't know if my hair is going to be dry by the time I have to go out with my husband today. So just in case it's not, it's cool because my rubber bands always do the trick. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to put my hair in little pigtails, basically. I like to put it like I'm sweating, right, y'all? That's nothing but oil on my neck. That's that, this oil right here. That's the island oil. Yeah, I like to put my pigtails in my hair. So, and I don't know when my hair is dry. I know when my locks is dry because it'll start hurting. My pigtails always hurt my hair when I do this. When I put my oils in my hair. I mean, not my oils, but my brands in my hair. Every time my hair dries up, it start hurting. So that's how I know that my hair is dried up. My hair's been wet since last night. I thought it was going to be dry already, but I forgot I went to sleep with protection on my hair, on my locks. So, yeah. I know this video is like kind of long, but I'm kind of low-key opening it up to y'all. Yeah, I feel like people just don't understand. But anywho, yeah, so I relocked my hair, and then I left them in for a minute, and then they got long, and I started cutting them instead of taking my locks out. I understood that I wasn't ready for the long length at that time, and the way that my hair was growing, it was growing like at a real fast, rapid pace. So I decided to cut. I just decided to keep on cutting my locks. After that, I didn't want to take them out no more. No, wait, I'm lying. I took them out one more time. I did take them out again, and I just wanted my hair to breathe. It wasn't even no real reason. I just wanted my hair to breathe. And I thought that I was ready to maintain my natural hair again. Girl, ain't nobody got time for this hair. Okay? Baby do what she want to do. And I ain't got time for her. I ain't got time at all. Not a little bit. I ain't got time. I decided right there and then that we was going to be beefing. I caught myself trying to keep her, maintained with the natural wave or whatever. Baby, but I caught myself getting a doobie. I got me a doobie. That doobie lasted an hour probably. The doobie lasted about an hour, y'all. About a mere hour. I was like, yeah, no, this is not it. I'll leave it out. And actually, I left it out for a few months. And then I retwisted my locks back up around my dad's birthday, which is June. And this June is going to be so lit because my boy, I call him my twin. I got a girl twin and I got a boy twin. I don't look just like him though in my eyes. It's just that I can feel when something is wrong with him. My older brother, my second brother, I can feel when something wrong with him. Like my stomach is I feel like sick. Like I don't know what it is, but my brother is about to come home, and he actually comes home on our father's birthday. Me and the gang birthday. So we are just Me and some of my sisters and my other brother, we just patiently waiting for this to be over with. And I'm not going to say his name, because if I say his name, y'all going to try to, nope. No, he not famous, but I'm not going to say his name. If you know, if you find out, you find out. If you don't, you well. Yes, that's how we going through that right there. But he's been going for like 7 years, and I can't wait till he come home. So I'm just super, super lit. And his birthday, like I said, he come home on our father's birthday. So yeah, I'll probably be fucked up for my father's birthday too. I'm doing a lot of more cursing, I noticed, on this one. I don't know why, but I am though. And my neck, it's because my neck, it's the oil on the neck. So I just put my hair in pigtails. That's 2 rubber bands, y'all. This one does not want to be in pigtail, but it's going. It's freaking going. Okay, so that's the pigtails. And then I'm gonna just keep on going from there. Okay, so yeah, I started them then, and I decided that when the last time I took my locks out, I was like, yeah, that's it, ball game. I'm not about to keep doing this. I'm keeping them in, but I will cut it. I don't have a problem with cutting my locks. I'm not cutting my locks no more though. So this draws me back to, this is my hair, right? But I only took those out. I combed out the locks that was like thin, because I didn't want them to keep getting longer and then they pop off in the midst of them all being in a certain length. So I was like, bump it. I'll just cut it now. I mean, I'll just take it out while we still kicking ass, while we still growing and rolling in rotation. So that's exactly what happened with that right there. I don't go to salons. I've never let a loctician lock my hair. No shade to them, no judgment. It's just some people, energy just don't be right. It just don't be right. It's only one other person that I let do my hair. But I've always been like that though. Even when I was younger. Like when I was younger, my dad would make me go get box braids in my hair. And when I would go get the box braids, he would spend, because you know box braids is like the same. No, it's not. Box braids was like $1.80, right? You would get you some nice banging box braids for like $1.80, $200 if you brought your own hair, right? And they would twist. We went to the African spot. That's what people call it, the African spot. We went to the spot to get my hair done, and the next day, or the very same day, I was in the mirror and I'm playing in my box braids. My dad is like, why is your box braids on the floor? Is you taking your hair out? And I'm like, no, I'm not taking my hair out. I'm like, Dad, they're falling out. When I tell you that man was livid, honey, when I tell you we went back to the shop, that same day. My father was like, yo, my daughter's never coming back here again. He's like, I literally just spent $180 to get her hair braided. All she doing is putting her hair in a ponytail, like, being a kid with her hair, and her braids is coming out. Like, she's not coming back in here no more. And it was like, no, sir, we can fix it. And he's like, no, that's okay. I took the box braids out. No, I didn't take them out. I kept the box braids in. But that was my last time going to a shop. I started going to my big sister, my twin. I started going to my twin, and my twin started taking care of my hair after that. And then when I got to, because my sister did my hair from elementary until she left Jersey. So when she left Jersey, I don't know who the hell was on my hair when she left Jersey. I know that I know that when I got to high school, I started going to the shop. I started going to my cousin's shop, and he started going crazy on my damn hair. But I can't remember who I went to after my sister left out of Newark. I don't know, but I just don't think, like, I don't like. If you go and do my hair, please get to my hair and please talk in English around me. Like, don't be talking another language. Like, that shit makes me feel real uncomfortable. Like, real uncomfortable. And like I said, some people don't have the same energy that you want for your hair. Like, some people weird. Like, weird is like, baby, don't be. Then you want to eat and put your hands in my hair, and no. That's not. No, I didn't sign up for this. What did y'all doing? Like, y'all bugging out. Like, So I decided after I stopped going to my cousin's shop because I locked my hair up. Once I locked my hair up, it was ball game. It was ball game. Y'all couldn't pay me to step forward. And then they was trying to like overcharge, I guess, because locks was like the new thing. Well, not the new thing, because the Jamaicans and stuff, y'all originated the locks or whatever. So, but I think it's because it was a new thing over here. They was trying to overcharge. Lady told me, like, they used to try to run it up, y'all. They used to try to run it up in Newark, like 45 and better type thing. Like, my hair is right here. All I want is a retwist in the color. Oh, it's $45. Okay. I decided on them days that I was not going to be lazy and I was going to go to the salon. Go to the beauty supply store and get my own dang on stuff. And that was going to be that. And it was the best decision I ever made. Because if I decide to OD on the price, it's cool because it's all going in my hair. Even if because I found myself buying like 6 different hair colors just because I didn't know what colors I wanted in my hair. And, oh wow. Like, oh freaking wow. Like some places just really be bugging. Like, they really, really, really be bugging. Like, I could just imagine what they twerking with for the locks that's like really, really, really long. They probably want like a nice piece of change. Like, if you don't keep them kept, I know they bugging out on that note, which I ain't mad at. I understand that, but I know they bugging out. But I just prefer to do my hair. And me combing out my locks has made me tender-headed. On numerous occasions, my back hurting. But me combing out my hair has made my back hurt a lot. So that's another, make my hair tender. So that's another reason why I don't like going to the shop as well. Because some people just be pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging. You don't have to pull and tug my hair. You ain't got to do all of that. I'm telling you, them braids changed my mind. Them braids, they used to tear my hair up in that shop when I used to get my hair braided. I used to be like, oh my God, like, this is abuse. That was child abuse, going to the shop to get your hair done. That was not a damn treat. Yeah, you're going to come out looking cute. But yeah, you're going to be in a whole bunch of pain too. So with the locks that's like these, my strandies, or even if you got curly ends, you could do this too to your curly ends. I'm not sure if I did this already to this one. So I'm going to do it again. Yeah, and even if you just got curly ends, like curly strands, you just comb it out. And you oil it. And you just take the comb. Because what it's doing is putting your pattern of the lock back in. See? I shouldn't have combed it maybe. Because just doing it with your finger, it doesn't really do anything. It don't really do nothing for you. See? Yeah, see the difference? It don't really do nothing. But however you want to do it, then that's up to you. This gonna be okay. So yeah, I don't really trust shops like that. And especially once my cousin opened up his shop, it was a ball game for everybody in my family. Everybody in my family was like, "Yeah, you got a shop, nigga? Okay, I'm coming to you." It was ball game after that. So, but before my cousin opened up the shop, we had to go to the shop, and then my dad was like, my sister had just had her baby, and he was like, she need the money. I'd rather give it to my daughter than to give it to some people that I don't know, that's gonna have your hair looking crazy in a couple of days. I know that if I give it to your sister gonna make your hair pop out, and she need the money. She just had a baby, and that's what it was. My dad called my sister that same night and was like, "You're gonna start doing your sister hair. I'm gonna pay you. I'll pay you $1.80 for her hair, and yeah." And she'd be like, "Okay, she'll do," and he would pay her. Like, he wasn't bull crapping. He was paying her. He was paying her. He probably was giving her more because on the strength of, not because that's his daughter, but on the strength of she got a kid too. And my sister, I used to be like, "You braid like the Africans." That was a saying that we used to say. It sounds so ignorant now. But that's because they used to braid your damn scalp, okay? They used to braid your goddamn scalp away. And my sister would braid my damn scalp away. Like, my sister grip was, I'm so glad she never hit me, because I probably would have died. And then I probably would have died, because my sister hand grip on my hair used to be so rough where I used to have to go to use the bathroom. Like, literally. Like, my sister would grip my hair so freaking tight where I didn't have to use the bathroom. And as soon as you got to use the bathroom, because she was always asking me, "You got to use the bathroom?" I'd be like, "No." She'd be like, "All right, you ready?" I'd be like, "Yeah." As soon as she gripped the scalp, "Baby, I got to pee, sis." She's like, "You just told me you ain't have to use the bathroom. You braid too tight." Yeah, I used to tell her, "You braid too tight. That's why I got to pee. That's why I got to pee, because you braid too dang on tight. Be braiding my hair like that, lady. You crazy. You crazy, lady." I wasn't tender-headed or nothing like that. It's just that she used to put, like, and I don't think she even realized it, because she'd be like, "No, I don't braid tight." I'd be like, "Yes, you do." And I'd be crying and shit. I need a break. Her brother used to be watching me, looking at me like, "That little damn, she a punk." No, this nigga braid tight. This nigga braid too damn tight. But, yeah, that's how I got into the lock game. It was just something different. And then once I started understanding, like, what my locks was doing, it was beautiful. It was, like, real cute. Like, what they call the ugly stage and all that shit. I embraced it, all of it. I liked it, every last piece of it. To me, it was just like, oh my God. It started from just being twist. Now it's starting to grow, and it's starting to look full, and it was just a whole experience for me. That's why, like, I'm not restarting. I've had the full locks in my hair, but that was with this though. Like, I wasn't cheap. Like, do what you want, but me personally, I enjoy the experience of having my natural locks. Like, yeah. But I'm gonna let y'all go, because I still got a lot left to go. But yeah. But that was the review on Dear Mama that I really didn't want to do. But that was also y'all getting a little glimpse of how I feel about people hurting other people. What it does to families as well. We have to stop, especially in Jersey. We have to stop hurting each other. I know it's not just Jersey that's bugging out. I know it's everywhere else that's bugging out, but can't speak about everybody else. I can only speak about my hometown, Jersey. I'm gonna need y'all to cut it out. Cut it out. I don't know what is in the medicines. I don't know what is going on, but this is like crazy. Like babies. Now, we're not even talking about adults anymore. Well, we're not even talking about we're talking about innocent people that's being caught up in the midst of y'all bull crap. Like, if you're going to do what you do, please know who you powing at. I'm just saying. I don't condone violence. No, I don't. But if that's the road that you're going to decide to do, please know who the fuck you aiming at. Because y'all hitting innocent bystanders who have nothing to do with y'all beef. Because you can't if you're going to shoot. But shoot the target. Not the person that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Now, a mom doesn't have a child anymore. A child doesn't have a mom anymore. Or a dad doesn't, family don't have family no more because you don't know how to play. Don't put it down then. Put your hands up then. Ugh. Y'all so scared to take an ass whooping. It's not even funny no more how scared y'all really is to take an ass whooping. Like, you niggas is really scared to take an ass whooping. For what? Because it's going to make you look soft? Oh, wow. At least you still get to see another day. Because that's what this is all about. This is not about what does it do for you. Like, it does nothing for you. But have your family in pain too. Because if you get caught and you get locked up, guess who got to come and see you and bail you out and explain to your children or your baby, whomever you're seeing, what's going on? Your family. We're not just the victims when our family lives members is taken. Your family becomes victims too. Especially if you're the breadwinner of the family. Oh, your family is going to feel it too. Stop being ignorant. Stop being stupid. Stop living by the gun. Because you're going to die by the gun. And the only person that's going to feel it is your family. After you're gone, your family still feels it. Like, stop doing that y'all know you shouldn't be doing. If you don't like that person, fight them. Straight up. Fight him. Or you scared he going to beat your ass. Anywho. Because they making me mad, y'all. They pissing me off with this violent spree shit. Especially if you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing. You just out there just, fucking Rambo. No, go fight them if you can't do it. If you can't do it, then go fight them. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to go up there and yo, man, you got a problem. I need to see you. Put your shit up. Anywho, y'all. But yeah, that's what it is. And I'm about to finish doing the rest of this here. And if I'm not mistaken, my shorty is woke. So, stay prayed up, y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Love life and enjoy it to the fullest effect. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace out.